Hi, it's John at C Nation, and you are tuned into the Kush Journals. Join me and my occasional guests each weekday as we discuss all things cannabis in the great state of Utah. Hey, it's John at C Nation, and you are tuned in to the Kush Journals. Say hey, Zen.
Howdy.
Say hey, Jules.
Hi, guys. That was nice, right?
That was pretty good.
I'm trying to take it to a level.
No, it's all good. You gotta.
She's pretty calm
It's like a
today.
trademark of the show,
right? What's she gonna say this time?
I'd never know. So, I think it's totally like the show trademark, and everybody tuning in is, what's Jules gonna say today?
Yeah.
So, yeah, when we do the list, you got to do all your sound effects, which are freaking awesome.
Well, thank you. I try.
Yeah. Speaking of freaking awesome. We just got back from CBD Expo West in Anaheim, and a sideshow there that was presented by our good friends at Canna Newswire, Karen Blondell and John Sidlin.
Awesome people.
Had us at a
Thank
media
you.
showcase there, and that was awesome. We'll get to that because there's a lot to be said about that. We all have opinions about things like that should be part of every conference and expo. So we'll get to that, but who would have ever guessed how much humidity there was in Anaheim, right?
No kidding.
So we get down there on a Thursday night, and I'm thinking, maybe it's me. It's a little muggy, but we've been traveling all day, and, who knows what. Our room is by the pool, and there's lots of foliage out there. I mean, everything's just going on. But Friday, I was drenched. It was terrible on Friday. I just didn't know there was that much humidity on the West Coast.
Yeah, neither did I.
But by the time we left Saturday, it was really pleasant on Saturday. So I don't know what that was all about, because there was never a storm cloud in the sky or anything. But did you get to see some fireworks?
Yeah. Yes, it was pretty awesome.
Friday
right across
night?
the street
Since
was
we were
Disneyland.
right next, since we were right next door to Disneyland, we got to see one of their sunset fireworks shows. It was pretty amazing.
So early in the evening or late in the evening?
It was
That was
late at
pretty
night.
late.
It was
Pretty late.
It was like
It was after
9:45.
So yeah, I think
around there.
that might be like their closing fireworks show. That's like last call, 15 minutes or something.
It was so loud. They were beautiful. They were awesome. I enjoyed it. It was cool.
And I
It
guess
was a pretty spectacular show.
I
was.
guess I was over at the Marriott at that time for the after party. I spent some time with Jamie Hadfield from Legends Health and ran into a few other people over there. I actually would have liked to have seen the fireworks show. I like fireworks. Actually, I love fireworks. It just would have been fun. I probably haven't seen a Disneyland fireworks show since I was like 8. That was the last time I was at Disneyland, and I'll bet you the last time I was in Anaheim. Was when I was 8 years old, and that was about 1 million years ago. So, because I'm ancient, ain't I, Zen?
Nah.
Anyway, this was the very first CBD only show that we went to, or that we've gone to.
Yeah.
In all of the conferences and conventions we've gone to this summer and over the last year or so. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect other than we know the people putting on the show. We know the people at Mace Media. They presented the Terpenes and Testing World Conference that we went to in San Jose in April. So we knew it was going to be a quality show, and it was that. Small, but you could get around. There weren't so many vendors that you couldn't get to see them all. There weren't so many attendees that everybody was tripping over everybody. Those certain times of day were pretty busy, but
I thought it was a great turnout.
yeah, no, I don't have a final tally. They said 2,500 or 3,000 were expected to be there. I guess so. It felt like that.
Yeah.
They didn't have this in a convention center per se. They had this at the Anaheim Marriott, which had plenty of space for meeting rooms and conference rooms and expo floor and all that. It was a perfect fit. And it felt the same way as the Terpenes and Testing Conference did in San Jose in April. Same size venue. It was small. It was tight. It was right for the size. And it was great. So I didn't know what to expect from a CBD-only show. And I readily admit that my understandings and opinions and education on CBD, even to this moment, are evolving. And they're in a spot today they weren't even just a few months ago. I'm really starting to have a great deal of respect and maybe romance or bromance with CBD.
There's so much more to it than you even think.
Like, I was blown away with how many products have just came out with CBD. I was like, what? Wow. Like, skin
I'm blown away by the
products,
benefits of CBD.
hand sanitizer, chapstick. It's insane. Just all these products that are coming out with CBD.
Well, that's just it. I had a chance. Well, we sat with Greg Zeman at the media showcase on Friday night.
Great guy. Great guy.
Greg's awesome. Don't even get me started. Although I got myself started in the podcast we have posted on the page. But one of the things I told him was that I was so surprised at just the sheer breadth of product lines that were there, because it feels like to me that not too long ago CBD was like maybe something you put under your tongue and maybe something you rubbed on a sore spot on your, a muscle or an arthritic pain or something like that. But wow, I'll tell you what, those are bygone days in the world of CBD. There was everything, including something we're just barely learning about, pet CBD.
Yeah.
I kind of heard it, kind of knew about it. They had a pet pavilion there. They had a lot of pet providers.
And there was a lot of dogs there.
There were a lot of service animals, or even just made up service animals.
Well, there was this pit bull that was dressed up as Popeye, Popeye the Sailor Man. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. He had this little costume on. People were taking pictures. It was awesome.
Was that the dog whose owner had like the red velvet shoes on? Because those were pretty boss too.
I think so.
He was in a dressy suit.
Yeah. No, that's him. That's him, and it was awesome for sure. I want to tell you that one company, one line of products that were at the expo floor there really totally stood out for me.
And it blew my mind too.
It's a group out of Chicago called CBD Lion. They have great branding. They have, well, it's all the colors you'd expect. It's the black and the green and the gold and the, it's the real cannabis colors. But what caught my attention, they were over by the demo stage, and what caught my attention was they had this great big glass rig sitting there that had an e-nail plugged into it. Like, what the heck is an e-nail, dab rig doing at a CBD show? So I stopped. I chatted with with the people that were there. One of them was the founder. As I started to look at their products, I saw those, the familiar, like 1-inch jars that you get your wax or your shatter, whatever this stuff out is from a dispensary that you're going to go home and get blasted on. But it's pure CBD crystalline. You take a look at it, you open it up, and it's that white rock candy in there. And of course, they weren't letting people dab it there. The rig was there to show people this was a dabbable product. But they had about a dozen different types of CBD crystalline that is built for dabbing.
Wow.
And I just thought that was so interesting, because are people really dabbing CBD?
Why not?
Well, according to them, they are like crazy.
Now, CBD has benefits no matter how you're ingesting it. And if people's preferred method is dabbing, well, there you go.
Well, all this is true. And there's no question about that if you are a dabber, you have the dab rig, you have all this gear at home anyway, and you do also like CBD. Well, I agree. There's no reason to not throw that on your e-nail or whatever and just get it done if that's your preferred method of ingestion. Your point's awesome. CBD has great value for our body no matter how we're ingesting it or using it topically, however we're doing it. I just found that product, and they have gummies, they have a whole line of products. I mean, they have the whole gamut of stuff that, probably when THC products become legal in the great state of Illinois, they'll probably include that product line along with their CBD product line too. That line in particular caught me by surprise and really set my mind in motion because I saw them early in the day on Friday, first day of the expo. It set in my mind that I better really pay attention to the product lines that are here because, this isn't your dad's CBD anymore. This world has morphed. Zen, what caught you on the expo floor that just was like, wow, I got to see this thing?
Olive oil.
Oh, the olive oil.
That was delicious, by the way, people. You missed out.
So I walked up to this table that had olive oil in little shot glass things and little pieces of bread on a toothpick. Okay, I'll try some. So I think I tried the garlic first. It was amazing. So I tried some jalapeno because I know John likes some spicier stuff. I loved it so much, I got him a bottle.
Yeah, in fact, I'm sitting here looking at it right now. Santi, Duesanti, is the maker of this CBD-infused extra virgin olive oil, also infused with jalapeno. The jalapeno's legit. It's not too hot that it burns your face off, but it's there. Nice little bite to it. You'll feel it in the back of your throat.
It's amazing.
But it's terrific. And it's not, one of my big downsides with olive oil in general is that it's a very heavy oil. And when you go around the CBD world and you're looking at like topical balms and lotions and salves and things like this, thin oil is the name of the game there because they want that to absorb in and they don't want you to feel like you're wearing oil. That's always been my problem with olive oils, has been so thick and heavy, but this isn't like that. We had some bread. Go ahead, Jules.
Well, what I like about it is that a lot of these products that we saw on the floor, you can actually order online.
Well, that's it. That's a super good point.
And since I've actually seen this olive oil, I'm actually going to purchase it all the time instead of just once from the store. It was delicious. It was amazing. It wasn't too oily. Like it's good for cooking. I don't know. I'm just not going to go back to normal olive oil anymore. It's just got that stuff.
It's got a proper dose of CBD in it. This 2 fluid ounce bottle that I'm looking at, 60 ml, 60 milliliters, which is pretty standard packaging in the industry, has 25 milligrams of CBD per serving.
Yeah.
There's 100 milligrams of CBD. 25 for me is a good proper dose. I get a little above that and I start to get maybe little headaches in my temple. And I'm not certain what that's about, but 25 is super good for me. I feel like I can feel it. I feel like it's actually doing something in my body. And that's like a tablespoon dose. Well, tablespoons are what you use. I mean, you're just going to pour this out in your saute pan or something. A tablespoon's roughly. It's super. Zen, I agree. I was blown away. You dragged me over there and say, you didn't even tell me what we were doing. Hey, you got to check this out. I like jalapeno and spicy. And they did. They had some nice tasty bread there and just dipped it in. What I didn't know was that these 2 ounce bottles were freebies. I'd have grabbed about 400 of them.
Yeah. I got 2. I think Zen got 2. And
yeah, they had the bigger package there, 10 or 12 ounce bottle for sure.
I think it was $20.
Yeah. Oh. For the big one?
Yep.
I'm here to tell you that's the steal of the decade if they're selling those for $20.
I'm pretty sure. I'm thinking about 75% right now that it's $20, but I think you can go online. I'm not sure if they were doing a deal because it was the expo floor, or if that's really the price.
It's probably the price because olive oil at the grocery store, you can spend a lot of money on olive oil, but you don't really have to. But $15 for a good quality olive oil, maybe in that 16 ounce range, is probably right. So yeah, if this was a 8 or 10 or 12 ounce bottle at that $20 price point, and you're right, it could be for the show, but if that's the case, I'll bet it's not worse than $30 in the real world. What you got there, Zen?
$29.
So it's $30 for how many fluid ounces?
The Duesanti hemp olive oil, 250 milliliters, $29.
So like a soda can, a 12 ounce soda can is like 348 milliliters. So, probably an 8 ounce bottle.
So
it's
there's also
worth
a 500 milliliter bottle for $39.
Oh, nice. See, now that's like your fifth of alcohol type size bottle. Well, those might be 750, I guess, but neither here nor there. It's a value. It's delicious. You're getting CBD every time you use it. No THC in this product.
Yeah.
And in fact, all of the vendors that were on the floor there, it was pure CBD. Whether it was hemp or whole plant derived, it was pure CBD. There was zero THC in the product.
So what I notice is when I normally eat an edible with THC, I can really taste the cannabis in it. With CBD products, I couldn't taste it at all. Like I tasted chocolate and stuff like that. It completely tastes like it should. I had dark chocolate. It tasted like dark chocolate.
No cannabis flavor.
I had a gummy bear.
CBD.
It tasted just like a gummy bear.
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
It's amazing. Like these products, I was so surprised because I haven't had a lot of CBD edibles. I'm more of a THC person. So when I was eating these edibles, I was like, wow, the flavors are just amazing. They taste just like they're supposed to.
It's a good point. We've had a few edibles, THC edibles that have surprised us because they had no hint of THC, or the cannabis plant. When you get to these distillates of THC and whatnot, there's no flavor, there's no nothing. It's just the extract of that. But most companies don't do that. They use a pressed, extract of the whole cannabis plant, and you get that vegetable matter, and you get it's a taste I don't prefer. We've mentioned that before, but that's a rock solid point. We did try a fair amount of CBD products. There was gobs and gobs around there
everywhere. It was
in
awesome.
the way of giveaways and sample sizes, and I won't even get into what there was right now at the media showcase because there was even more over there. But you're right. I didn't really think about that at the time, but now that you mention it, yeah, the flavor of what you're supposed to be tasting is all you taste. And that is that's thumbs up for the CBD industry for doing that. It is a common complaint with THC infused items. That was all roughly Friday, some Saturday. We had some split duties there because we had a number of places to go and people to see and things to be involved in.
Yeah, and me and Zen walked around and did Facebook Live and Instagram Live on the showcase because I have a lot of friends that keep asking me, when you go to these conferences, what do you see? Because I'm based out of Utah, so a lot of people have never been to a conference.
True.
So that's the reason why I went Facebook Live and Instagram Live, so people can actually see what we do see when we go into the expo. I ate the CBD on camera. I showed when Zen was doing it as well. Who we met, we talked to the vendors, we interviewed them for a quick second, talked about their products. What really stood out to me was Wink. It's an all-based women cannabis company that is beauty products.
Personal care products. Stuff like that.
Exactly. They were an awesome company and they were very amazing to talk to, and to be able to see their products and actually see it firsthand. They gave us a couple samples. I'm excited to use them. I haven't yet.
How passionate they are about their
exactly. I haven't used anything that was in regards to a beauty product.
Right.
So I'm ready to experience CBD through a beauty product instead of ingesting it.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. I had an opportunity. I'll chat about this in a bit. I had an opportunity to interview our friend Amy Anderley and her business partner Lisa Richards on Saturday. They just launched like an external beauty care. It seems to be a good direction for a lot of companies in the industry, but Wink's high end, right?
Yeah.
Now I didn't chat with Wink. I was doing different things. I did see them on the expo floor, and you can tell me whether this is true or not, a little bit like Ignite Cannabis Company that we saw at the media showcase. High end, expensive, and they don't apologize for it at all. You could buy our product or not buy our product, but the price is the price, the quality is the quality, and
Bingo.
We're not apologizing for any of that.
And you can tell the quality.
Yeah.
You can totally tell the quality.
Just in the texture of the oils and everything. See, and that's true I'm going to get away from this, saying this. This may be the last time I do this. That's true in the real world, too. Well, guess what? Cannabis and CBD is the real world now.
Mm-hmm. Now it
when
is.
you go to the higher end, designer type products, facial products, skincare, you can really, really feel the difference.
This is CBD shampoo and conditioner. I really want to try because my hair is really long, extremely long, and he's kind of breaking here and there, and so it's a lot of damage from straightening it, hair dryers, other products are not good for it, and so I actually really want to try the CBD product and actually see how my hair goes from products from the store to CBD and hemp. That's what I want to see, where my hair goes. So I'm going to go online and I'm actually going to start ordering it and I'm going to start reviewing it. I have this hemp little catalog that we have, a hemp guide, where you can, not a hemp guide, it's a cannabis guide.
Oh, yeah.
A journal, cannabis journal or something like that. So
Right.
I'm going to start doing that in regards to every product that I use with cannabis.
Well, that's awesome. It's really encouraging, actually, to find these companies out there. And not every company is going to be a top shelf company.
Yeah.
It prices them out of some consumers. I mean, I understand hitting that sweet spot of consumers, but it's really great to see high-end companies that use real high-end products and they don't apologize for it. And it's nice to know that just like products that aren't CBD or cannabis infused that you might choose to use in your life, you can tell the difference between a low, a mid, or a high quality product based on its ingredients and the things that are. I'm glad to see the industry.
Well, just like you can with THC as well. Like you can
well,
low,
true.
to mid, to high. So it all depends on the stuff that you want to get.
Price point always reflects quality.
Well, it generally does. And we've always, I mean, from the illegal black market of cannabis, that has always roughly been true. If your buddy comes over and says, hey, you want to buy a zip from me? It's $80.
It better be good.
Yeah, it's not going to be because it's $80. You know, you
a zip? You said a zip?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
When you hear that, yeah, we equate price to quality, and by and large, in our experiences in the dispensaries, and although there are some exceptions we found in Oregon, generally speaking, price is going to dictate. Anyway, enough about companies not apologizing for their high price points and top quality. I applaud them because I'm not seeking an apology. I just may or may not be able to buy their product is all. Yeah. But I probably always wish I could if I couldn't. So for everyone at C Nation and the Kush Journals, I'm John. Say goodbye, Zen.
See ya.
Say goodbye, Jules.
See you later, guys.
See, there we go. Ciao. Kush Journals is a copyrighted broadcast of the South American Gold Corporation. We appreciate your likes and shares on social media, including Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.